Radical.
Every now and then, there's going to be a time where I want to show something, but it's not a show-off Saturday. I just need to show this to clarify some things I want to talk about, but it's not technically a show-off Saturday. And you can argue if you want to that I should put this into show-off Saturday, but it's not Saturday. So I reserve the right to show things off and it not be a show-off Saturday to clarify a point. I could have done this without the video recording, but I think this helps more to actually, highlight and give an idea of what I want to talk about for the next couple minutes. If you hear some in the background, it's The Grudge. I'm testing horror movies. I want to get a lot of these horror movies sold before the end of the month. Just in the same way you sell Christmas movies mostly in December, horror movies you sell mostly, at least I do, in the month of October. So we've been talking recently about the all-digital games future. Some of you think, well, pretty much it's already here. And somebody left a comment with a great argument saying, well, now you really can't, even this generation and the last generation, you can't install a physical disc without requiring an update. Now, the good old days was the Xbox 360 era. One reason I love the Xbox 360, PlayStation 3 era is that game right there, Assassin's Creed 3, you put the disc in and it just worked. No gigantic download size. The most you would have to deal with is something maybe like Far Cry 4 or Ghost, where you had to wait a couple minutes for it to download stuff that was on the disc included. But this is a perfect example, and it was near at the beginning of last generation. Assassin's Creed Unity. This installed on what was originally, think about this, originally, honestly, a 370 gigabyte hard drive. They said on the original Xbox One it was 500 gigabyte, but it's mostly 300 and some gigabyte. Same deal with the original PlayStation 4. This game took up 77.2 gigabyte. And maybe this is a later version. I don't know if that's a patched version. I should have set this and made sure it was offline to actually see how much of the disk it would install without the internet's help. But you see, I tried to actually, with the 77 gigabyte install, I tried to run this game, and it told me it was a required update. Two required updates, clocking in at over 13 gigabytes. So just to play Assassin's Creed Unity, 90 fucking gigabytes. On originally what was a 300 some gigabyte hard drive. So you can only install this, 3 times? 4 times to be generous? Of the same type? That's insane. Now, I know they got bigger later. There was a 1 terabyte. Ooh, 1 terabyte. But still, what, 8 times you can install this? How many games could you play on the 360? How many Assassin's Creeds? Pretty much damn near all of them. Damn near all of them. You put it in, and it works. That's what I love about the 360. You put the game in, and it works. But you might say, Rick, these games got higher visual fidelity. Was it really that much of a super upgrade over that to justify that right there? I don't think so. I'm not saying Assassin's Creed Unity and a lot of Xbox One games don't look really good. Significantly better than 360, but was it really worth it? Taking away all that we had, the 360 and the PlayStation 3 generation? That's one thing that sucks about the Xbox One and also the PlayStation 4, that last generation. And I'm still honestly on the fence. I mean, if I didn't have a game store, I probably wouldn't even consider really getting a PlayStation 5 or a Series X over maybe just building a PC or something. Because these new consoles are just basically mini PCs. I mean, do I really need to play Spider-Man 2? I'm not saying it's not good, but I'm not really that big into gaming, to be honest, to get a new console just to play a couple games, right? Versus the options you would have on a PC if you built your own PC. There's a lot of games out there. So I could easily skip and ignore like a God of War, Spider-Man 2, and focus on other things like TV shows, movies, anime, stuff of that nature, and whatnot.